In this video, I'm actually going to show you how to set up your hosting and then integrate it with your domain name. I'm also going to walk you through the process of installing your WordPress content management system. Now, if you click the button below, you'll actually get a free month trial to Site 5. So make sure you watch this video all the way through to learn exactly how to do it. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do is open up Namecheap.com because we're going to actually have to reference back to Namecheap where we purchased our domain name so we can integrate our domain with our hosting company. So make sure you open that in one tab, and then in another tab, open up site5.com. Or below this video, go ahead and click the link and it'll take you to Site 5. Now we're going to purchase our hosting plan here. I recommend the Host Pro Plus Turbo. It's $11.95 per month. It gives you unlimited cPanel access, free migrations, a free dedicated IP address, which is really nice if you want to set up an SSL certification on your domain name later down the line. And an SSL certification will basically encrypt the information that is being sent from your website. You also get 24/7 live chat support. Site 5 is one of the best support companies out there. They will help you with a lot of the technical things that other hosting companies won't help you with. So we're going to go ahead and purchase the Host Pro Plus Turbo package. Hit order now. And now we just need to select our location. I'm going to use US Central Time, and then we want to scroll down a little bit further. And you can see our plan that we chose is the Host Pro Plus Turbo. And then we just want to select how much we're actually paying for. I'm only going to select 1 month because this is a test account for me. Now it's going to ask us to enter our domain name here. It's either going to check availability for us, which you'd be purchasing the domain through Site 5 at that point, and we don't want to do that. Remember, like I said in the last video, we want to keep our domain names registered separately from our hosting account in case we need to change hosting down the road. So what we need to do is select use a domain you already own. And I'm going to use the domain that I purchased from Namecheap, learnwithseth.com, and then hit next. Now we just need to scroll down here and enter all of our personal information, and we need to create a password. I'm going to choose to pay with PayPal. You can use a credit card if you would like, and then you want to hit next. Alright, now we can review our information. Then we just need to scroll down here and select the checkbox saying that you agree to the terms of service here. And you're not going to be charged for the first month because we used the free trial. Now we just need to hit agree. And as you can see, it says thank you for choosing Site 5. It gives you an account number here. And now what we need to do is go to the email inbox of the email address that we used when we set up our Site 5 account. Now I already had mine opened, so I'm going to go over here to updates. And as you can see, my information is right here. And it's going to give me the URL to the backstage area where I'll be logging into, along with my email address and my password. Now if I click on this other email address, it's going to show my billing receipt, and it's basically saying that I was not charged anything today. So that's definitely good to know. And then the next Site 5 email you'll get will have your API address, the domain that you signed up with, which is learnwithseth.com. For me, this is going to be the main domain that I'm using at my Site 5 hosting company. It's also going to give me my username and password so I can potentially log into my FTP client, which will allow me to upload files straight to my server. And if you scroll down a little bit further, it's going to give you your name server codes. Now these are also called DNS server codes, and these are what we're going to be using to integrate with our Namecheap domain. So if we just copy this top one and go back over to our Namecheap account, scroll up to your profile and go down to dashboard. Now select the domain that you purchased. Then just scroll down the page a little bit where it says name servers. Select that, scroll down to the bottom and hit custom DNS. Now we want to paste in that DNS code that we just got. Now go back over to your email, grab the second DNS code, copy it, and paste it in right here. Then scroll over to this green little check and hit save. Okay, we just integrated our Site 5 hosting account with our new domain that we purchased. Now we need to go back to our email address and find out where we need to log into the cPanel. Okay, now we just need to scroll down to the very first email that we received, and it tells us that we have the login information right here. We just want to click on that top URL. It's going to take us to our login area so we can log into Site 5 and then access our cPanel. You're going to want to use your email address to log in here and also the password that you created. So I'm going to paste in the email address and then grab the password as well. Paste it in there and hit login. Okay, we've logged into our Site 5 account and it's asking us to complete these security questions. So you need to come up with a couple good security questions and then fill in the blanks. I'm going to use an example here and put, what is my favorite pop? And I'm going to put Coke for this. And then I'm going to create another question. Do you like ice cream? Yes, of course I like ice cream. Then I'm going to go down and hit save. Okay, now that we saved the changes, you want to scroll up to where it says Site Admin, select that, and as you can see, the domain that we created at Namecheap and that we registered on Site 5 is showing here. You need to click on that, and we'll be able to access the cPanel from there. Alright, now this is the cPanel of Site 5, and if we scroll down, it can look kind of intimidating. There's a lot of different applications and different settings and configurations throughout the cPanel that you can actually use to configure with your WordPress site. But for the most part, most of this stuff is already set up. And we're not going to be using all these different applications. We're only going to be using a single application. The only one that we're really going to need to mess with today is web apps. So let's go ahead and click on web apps and then we'll be able to access the WordPress application. Alright, and as you can see, it brought us to our web apps page. Now the first application is WordPress. All we need to do is click on WordPress. And then on the right, it has a little Install Now button. Go ahead and click that. Now we need to set the prefix of our domain. A lot of people like to go with www. Before their domain. It's completely up to you if you'd like the www. Or not. So you want to go ahead and select this. And I'm going to have my prefix to HTTP. And I'm going to select that. And as you can see, the domain that we added to our Site 5 account is already here as a selected domain. Now if we scroll over this, you can see that we do not have any other selections, because we haven't added any more domain names to our cPanel. And this is the domain that we do want to install our WordPress installation on. If you scroll down it here, it says directories. Now if we entered a name like members, this would be an example of setting up a membership site. So it could be like learnwithseth.com/members. So the /members is the directory that we'd be installing this WordPress installation on. But for this example, we're going to go ahead and leave it blank. And it's automatically going to assign you a database name. You don't need to mess with any of these settings right here. On the site name, we just want to put Learn with Seth, and whatever your site name is, go ahead and punch it in there too. And then do a little brief description of what this site is about. You do not want to enable multi-site. We're going to leave that unchecked. That's more for advanced users. And then you want to create an admin username. Now keep in mind, when you're doing a fresh WordPress install, you do not want to use the name admin. It's a very common name for hackers to go after for brute force logging attempts. So you want to come up with something creative for this. I'm going to use Seth R. And then you want to create a password. Re-enter your password. And then you want to add your administrator email address. And then select your language. You don't need limited login attempts, leave that unselected, as well as Clef Secure, leave that unselected. And now we just want to hit install. Alright, congratulations, we just installed the WordPress content management system. And as you can see, it gives us the URL to our website. And also, when we log into our WordPress dashboard, we're not going to be logging into our website from the front end. We're going to be going in the back way. And it's always with a wp/admin. Okay, and it gives us the admin URL right here. So if we clicked on that right now, it's going to take us over to the website. And as you can see, it's saying that it can't retrieve anything, okay? Nothing can be reached. And that's because our domain name and our hosting account is currently propagating. Now this could take up to 24 hours to complete the propagation process, but typically I check back in about a half an hour to an hour, and usually my WordPress website is installed and it's online, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm going to come back over here to the Site 5 back office, and we are pretty much done with this tutorial. Just a real quick side note, if you're interested in building out a complete WordPress website from start to finish, all you have to do is go to createwinningwebsites.com, click on this button below, and it's going to ask you for your email address. Go ahead and punch in your email address, and then click the button, And it's going to take you to a subscription page. And once you get to the subscription page, all you have to do is click on this button right here. It's going to take you to a 4-video part series where I'm going to walk you through the entire process of setting up your domain, your hosting, and also installing your WordPress theme and building it out from scratch. And by the end of this video series, you're going to have a professional WordPress website set up that's also going to be capable of collecting leads. And leads are very important for your business. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level and start monetizing your website, go to createwinningwebsites.com and we'll get you set up. Thanks for watching the video.